Hi.
Hi. Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of our cooking show, Spice Gal. Today, I have the delight of presenting
Garvin and Anand.
And he has champagne for me. Danilo. Oh my gosh, what a sweetheart. Look at that. Okay. So Garvin, what exactly are we going to eat today?
Sure, I'm Garvin. I'm a Georgia Tech student. I'm 21 and we're here to cook some butter chicken. It's one of my favorite meals. I would make it all the time during college. It gets me through the whole week. It's delicious and it's healthy. So I'm excited to share it with you guys. We've got some ground cumin, garam masala, ground coriander, garlic powder, cayenne, and turmeric. Now, garam masala is the basis for most Indian cooking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a spice mix that is used in almost any Indian food that you'll find.
And I see you have parsley.
We've got some cilantro.
Oh, I apologize. Cilantro.
Onions, also part of the basis of a lot of Indian dishes. We make something called the masala, which is with onions, spices, and tomatoes. And that'll be the base of the sauce.
Okay.
We'll throw in some peppers here just for some extra spice.
These are hot peppers, right?
Yeah, hot.
Not too spicy.
Not too spicy. We have some ginger here.
Okay.
Ginger is also an essential in a lot of Indian cooking. And then some lemons just for a splash of acidity. It balances out the flavors a little bit. So tomatoes, that's the other part of the masala that we're gonna make with the onions. We got Greek yogurt here. This, in Indian cooking, the way we marinate meats is with yogurt. Now, typically you'd marinate overnight or for several hours because the yogurt tenderizes the meat, but today we're just gonna use it as a binder and it'll help with some browning when we cook the chicken. This is the heavy whipping cream. Now, butter chicken, typically, especially if you get it at a restaurant, it is made with butter, but the way I like to make it is without butter. I think it makes it feel a lot more fatty and oily than it needs to. So the cream will be how we get the red, just tomatoes, into the orange color that people will typically associate with butter chicken. And then lastly, we've got the chicken, the basis of the dish, and we're gonna be cutting it up into small bite-sized pieces, marinating it, getting all the flavor out, then making the masala, throwing in the cream, tossing the chicken back in, and we have a dip. I personally prefer thighs over breast. I think thighs, you don't have to worry so much about overcooking them because they will stay tender even if you cook them for a longer time. Whereas with breast, you have to be a little more careful, I feel like. If you cook it for too long, it'll get really chewy.
I guess we are ready. Let's get the cooking going. Oh, first we gotta wash hands. Remember, wash your hands. Let's go.
All right. So we start with the chicken. We'll cut it up into small bite-sized pieces. I
noticed you're wearing a hat today, so a turban.
Yep.
I actually like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure. So I'm a Sikh, which means it's just a religion. It's the religion that both my parents practice. And so one of the basic rules of being a Sikh is that you can never cut your hair.
Really?
Yeah, so I've never cut my hair. I have very long hair.
Really? How long are we talking about?
Maybe down to here.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Typically, like, the reason we wear a turban is, as men, you don't show your hair in public. Women can, but everyone has to not cut their hair, but men have to wear a turban when they're in public.
When they're in public, because your hair is sacred.
Yes, exactly.
So, okay. So I'm guessing you don't go to the barber.
No, never been to a barber. Yeah.
You don't plan on doing that?
No, never. I've never cut my hair, and the rule is you never can. My family is originated from North India, but my mom grew up in New Delhi, and my dad grew up in Mumbai, which at the time was called Bombay, which are like the two biggest cities in India. They met, they got married, they moved over here, and they had my older brother and then me. So we've just kept our hair and worn turbans ever since. I grew up in New Jersey pretty much my whole life through high school, and then came here to Atlanta to go to school at Georgia Tech. You
know, the way you're cutting this chicken so fast, that scares me. Like, you are very quick at cutting the chicken. Have you cut anything else but chicken?
Yeah, like so far today, or
in life.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've been cooking my entire life because I don't cut chicken that fast.
No?
No, I cut that right away. But we're gonna move on. It's okay. We'll talk about this later.
So I'm part of the Georgia Tech mock trial team.
Woohoo! Georgia Tech mock trial. They just whooped the whole tournament.
Yeah, we won a whole tournament recently,
Yes.
which was very fun, very exciting. I also enjoy playing Dungeons and Dragons in my free time.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like reading sometimes.
Reading, okay.
Video games, the classic stuff.
We are almost done with, I want to say 99% done with the prep work. And I have to tell you, Garvin, this was a lot of work. We were chopping. I've never chopped, or I've never seen someone chop so many onions, like a mountain of onions and garlic and stuff like that. But he has the vision, I don't. Do you cook this a whole lot?
Yeah, I live with six people, so we have 7 people in the house, and we have an exchange system, so you can trade. Here, I'll give you a bowl of this butter chicken in exchange for this bowl of lasagna, or
maybe a foot massage. So barter.
Yeah.
That's what they use. Okay, so I see you have the chicken and the Greek yogurt, and then he has the onions, like a mountain full of onions from Idaho, cilantro, garlic, ginger, some jalapeno pepper, which is not too spicy according to him, but I shall find out. And 1 lemon. So, but one thing, he did not wash the chicken. I guess that's how you cook it. You don't have, you just chop it up, put it in the pot, top the Greek yogurt, and then you head to the
spices.
Oh, the spices. Okay, we're gonna head to the spices.
So now we're gonna throw in some turmeric that gives it color and some strong flavor. We'll throw in some garlic powder.
Garlic powder, okay.
Coriander ground. So coriander and cilantro are actually the same herb, but they're 2 different names for it in different cultures. So we're gonna have some ground coriander for flavor, and then some cilantro leaves on top as a garnish. And we're throwing in some black pepper here. I like having 2 different types of spices. When you get
black pepper and cayenne pepper. Ooh.
I also like having some powdered spice, and this is ground cumin. Some powdered spice as well as like natural chilies for spice, because they actually feel different in your mouth.
Okay.
So I like having both instead of just one. And then the star of the show is garam masala. Directly translated, garam means hot or warm, and masala means spice, so it means hot spice. We're using, relatively small quantities into.
Is that salt?
Yes. Yeah, because it's a lot of chicken, so we need to make sure it's all like seasoned.
No.
So now I'm gonna throw in a little more Greek yogurt, and I'm gonna mix it all up.
But you do such a great job at chopping the chicken like you were a butcher, and mixing the chicken like you were a surgeon. So let's see how you can cook the chicken if you are a cook. Let's find out.
Okay, we're just gonna add some chicken in here. We're gonna do about half the chicken so that we don't overcrowd the pan and we get a good sear on everything. So once we get the chicken out and it's cooked, we're gonna do onions. We'll get them sweating a bit. Then we'll throw in the tomatoes as well as a few other spices. And then we'll have that all cooked together until it's like nice and reduced and all like creamy into one thing. Then we'll throw in the cream and add the chicken back in when it's done.
It's burning.
That's what we want.
We want it to burn?
We want the browning so it has like pieces left over afterwards, and it'll have like a crunch.
We are done with cooking the chicken.
Now we're gonna move on to the masala. So we're gonna toss in our onions. Can we turn the heat up?
No oil?
No. Actually, yeah, we should use a little oil. Put a bit of oil.
A little bit of oil. This is like immense. Napoleon's army of onions just showed up.
Our garlic. And then we're just gonna grate in some ginger.
He's just moving along, like doing his own thing, okay? And then we're going to just maybe stir it. I can help with that.
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
Please.
I can stir. I'm actually very good at stirring.
Perfect.
Not so good at the job you gave me, Garvin.
I'm sorry.
Which is chopping onions and garlic and ginger.
We're gonna throw in some garam masala.
More garam masala. That garam masala is everywhere.
It's
just we can't get away from it.
It's the quintessential Indian spice. So we threw in some ground coriander, and we're gonna throw in some ground cumin. Once those onions have cooked down a little bit, we'll throw in the crushed tomatoes. So.
You mean you're gonna put it in a blender? So now he's adding the tomato that we showcased earlier today, and we're going to stir that. So who cooked this dish best? Your mom or your dad? Or you?
I think me.
What? Make a statement that you cook this dish best in your home.
My mother makes it the best.
You know what? There you go. There you go. You're just gonna pray that it fits in.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
It's working well.
You sure you want to pour it in there? Going once, going twice, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, you made your own red sauce. Wonder if that can go with some pasta, some spaghetti. Tastes pretty good.
Good?
Yes. Me like it.
Now we go in with the cream.
Oh, no, you know what? I got you because the I measure thing with all my guests, it's not gonna work today.
It's not gonna work? Okay.
No, we're going to use measuring cup today.
Let's try 1 cup.
Lord.
But you can see this is like the signature orange color of
what you're looking for. Can I taste that?
Yeah. Let me give it a taste.
Yeah.
It needs salt.
No.
It needs salt. It needs a little bit of salt.
More salt?
A little bit of salt.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. That should be good.
But
and then
you know, I'm just so confused. We added so much salt and it's just like not salty.
It doesn't taste very salty because there's so much, there's so much food, like total content in it that it gets diluted out. Add the chicken back in.
Okay. So we're going to cover it up. And when we come back, we'll have the taste of Garvin's dish. Be right back. All right, we are back. And today I had the honor to feature Garvin, and he is so amazing. You were so focused, Garvin. You know,
Thank you.
You didn't miss a bit. It's like this to you at this moment was everything. I'm going to critique your food.
Please.
And tell you what I think.
Sure.
You don't seem afraid.
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
You think so?
I think so.
He's so confident. Yeah?
Yeah, we ready?
We ready.
We ready?
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
So I grab some of the pita bread and I just fold it up a little bit.
We can actually get a piece of pita bread, which we actually kind of like bake with some olive oil, so
nice.
it's warm. Okay. And then you do what now?
So I just put some of the chicken and sauce on top.
Sauce on top.
And I'll take a bite.
Take a bite.
Yeah, ready?
You go first. In case, you know, you never know. Yeah? It is what you expected?
It's good.
It does smell very delicious and very savory and sophisticated.
Let me have it. Give it to me straight. I can take it.
You know, I have to tell you, you must have added something when I was not looking, because I do taste some lemon in there.
I added some lemon at the end. I put it at the top.
It does give it a kick. And I also can taste the creamy side of it. So it's a tad creamy, not too creamy, not oily at all. And I also can taste the, what's that thing, the guru?
The garam masala.
Garam masala, which is like a famous
It's an Indian spice mix. It'll be used in like most Indian cooking.
Most Indian cooking. And it's not overwhelming, but it's, you know, very demanding it to your palate. It's telling you, hey, I'm different, I'm here, and I taste good. The chicken is actually very soft and fresh. Everything in this dish is fresh.
Yep. I think that's the effect of choosing thighs over breasts. Is it lets it still be tender and juicy, even after we cooked it for so long.
Wow, I really like this.
Thank you.
Like I always say in my show, not too shabby, Garvin. Not
Thank you.
too shabby. You get a 9 out of 10. The 9 is because, you know, he put me to work. I don't cut onions or garlic or ginger. So, but I do there's a ginger in here, so. Basically, I think a whole family can enjoy this.
I think so.
And you know what else? It gives me a sense of joy. You know what joy makes me? I just would like to dance.
You like to dance?
Yes. Can you teach me a traditional dance or no?
I don't know any dances. I'm a terrible dancer. I lack what some people call rhythm. So you might have to show me something. I don't know that I can bring anything here.
I don't have a problem with that.